Of course, Joe Kent was the National Counterterrorism Center Director. From that position, he had mentioned on a letter posted on the X handle stating that this war started due to pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. And at this moment, after Ali Larijani, we can expect foreign ministers to be targeted as well. Abbas Araghchi, who has been the mouthpiece for the Iranian regime, or how they have been handling almost 19 days of war. Back into the studio with Professor Abdullah Al Mamun. You were hearing Norman, you have heard me as well. How are you observing this?
You see, this is a very old school thought to kill the top leaders, including the military leaders at the time of the war. This is a very old school thought. Perhaps Israel and USA forgot that Iran was preparing for this war for the last 20 to 25 years. So I don't believe that they didn't only prepare the second, third, fourth layer or level of leadership. Rather, there will be much more down the road, maybe 10th, 8th, 18, 20 level leadership. You can't really stop Iranians just by killing their top leaders, which I said, the very old school thought, number one. Number two, in the era of AI, in the era of satellite war, you see, of course, these are the decision makers. They're very important people in the warfare. Right. But you have to remember that this war is not only run by the politicians themselves, it is their decision collectively. So if I take it hypothetically, the decision has been made by, of course, they ought to make that decision being created by US and Israel. But when the decision has been made, of course, the decision is there from the top leadership, but the warfare is not at all controlled by them and not the top leadership. The decision is we are on yard and we don't like to surrender. We like to see how long this war could prolong, and this is the chessboard. They have the chessboard plan they have prepared that, okay, the issue is let us prolong this war, and the outcome is very much well narrated by Norman Floyd from USA, what is happening there, including the very interesting story he came up with, the Easter break and the situation there. This is the chessboard Iranian has planned, and America is now suffering in that chessboard very badly. Secondly, truly speaking, Trump and the American, including the Israelis, they are in a complete mess. They now don't know what is their third, fourth, fifth strategy. And Norman, whether you'll be in my side or not, whether you'll compliment when I finish, that they're in complete mess. And what they're doing, killing top leaders, destroying 12,000 buildings or killing civilians, truly speaking, they're yet to achieve anything from the war. This is my conclusion in my first section of discussion.
Right.
You see, secondly, having said so, the consequences of the war, the way Iran is wanting, it is increasing. Of course, Iran is receptive of heavy bombarding, what Norman has said, even 500-pound bomb. But if you look at overall scenario of the war, and particularly the neighboring states who were heavily dependent on American security arrangement, that has now been questioned. And the biggest issue for Trump is, of course, the war, but it's a shame on him that European Union had utterly rejected his request to involve in the war, even being highly paid by the Hormuz Canal. So this is another story. The third thing I like to highlight, if you see, this war, of course, is not now limited to Israel, Iran, and USA.
Right.
But if you look at the whole scenario of the world, which Trump or Benjamin Netanyahu never even imagined, that gradually not only 12, 13, 15 countries of the Gulf area, or USA or Iran, but now the whole world has been affected by this war. And if you ask a sensible citizen, except a few from the Jewish community or very extremist supporter of the Trump, everybody would say, as Joe Scott has said, there's no issue to attack Iran except a war which Israel was wanting, and USA just responded and fall into a trap. So this is my fourth point. Hopefully we'll discuss more.
No, of course. That was an excellent point-making gesture. And all of these statements do have a lot of relevance in the last 19 days.